Hi, I'm Dr. Deb, and this is SAHIPA, March 24th. I have the pleasure today of being with Nick Mitchell, our elementary science coordinator,
Hello.
who's here to talk about the Elementary Science Fair. We have with us as well 6 fifth grade winners in their categories. Nick's going to explain the project, and then we have the opportunity to interview the students.
Sure. So this is our 5th grade NISA Science Fair, and the 5th graders have been working really hard for about 3 months actually. It's a really intense project, and they're working on their own experiment. They actually have to come up with the question that they're investigating, and they go through all the steps of the scientific inquiry process. So that's the real learning goal of the project, is to learn how scientists do an experiment, to practice thinking like a scientist. And because it's a team project, there's also a lot of teamwork skills that they learn along the way.
Fabulous. Well, let's interview some of these scientists.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we're here with our first 5th grade winner. She's here representing her team. Her team had 2 others on it as well. So would you take a moment, introduce yourself, and tell us about your research question as well as conclusion?
Okay, well, my name is Marie, and our experimental question is, does the type of chemicals affect how fast a plant grows? So we thought that the kiln manure would be best and water would be worst, but it turned out that water was the best, kiln manure was second, and lime juice is horrible.
All right. So we should use water to water our plants.
Yes.
Okay. And your other 2 team members were?
We're Shawnee and Abdurrahman.
Okay. All right.
Hi, my
Thank
name
you.
is Hyatt, and I'm a team member of Team 10. Our question was, does Gatorade or water affect how fast you run? We found out that Gatorade makes you run faster by half a second. Gatorade has different types of salts and sugar. Even though Gatorade is good for sports and dancing, you should still drink lots of water because it's good for your health and your skin.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Drink lots of water.
Hello, I'm Rami and we're Team 29. My experimental question was what is the effect of number 6 heating oil on Alodia densa in an aquatic environment? We found out that oil softens your plants and it cuts it apart, but it also gives nutrients to your plants, so it grew more stolons. Stolons are like branches that come out of your plant. We found out that it also changes the color of your plant and it suffocates your plant, and the light can't get through. So.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I'm from Team 20. My other teammates are Elise and Yas. Our experimental question was, does age affect how well you do on a Stroop effect test? A Stroop effect test is when a color word is written in a different color. So green would be written in the color orange, and you'd have to say the color that it's written in. In our conclusion, we say that younger children didn't do as well as teenagers, and that adults did almost as well as the teenagers, but not as well because their brain is not as focused on the test. And teenagers, they've reached their full brain capacity, and kids' brains are just developing.
Hi, I'm Paige, and my other teammates are Liam and Agnes. Our experimental question is, does the type of acid affect how long it takes to react with baking powder in a rocket? Our conclusion is that the apple cider vinegar took the quickest. In average, it was 11 seconds, and the Coke took the longest. It was 1 minute and 17 seconds in average. The Coke took the longest because it had sugar.
Hi, my name is Chaffee. I did an experiment about bacteria, and our experimental question was, does the location within the school affect how much bacteria is there? And we found out, due to our hypothesis, that yes, the location does affect the amount of bacteria there. We figured out that middle school had the most bacteria because they don't have much time to wash their hands and use hand sanitizers. They have a short amount of time to grab their stuff and go to the next class, so they don't have enough time to wash their hands. We also checked the middle school and high school for hand sanitizers. We didn't find as much as elementary. That's why elementary has a lot of hand sanitizers, and they don't have much bacteria as middle and high school. In the administration, they have a lot of work to do, and they keep using their keyboard so that they don't have enough time to wash their hands and use hand sanitizer. So they keep on growing more and more bacteria onto their keyboard, and then they can get sick easily.
Oh, so where did administration fare with middle school, high school, and elementary?
Well, the middle school administration and 6th grade had the most bacteria.
The most bacteria. Okay. All right. Thank you. So, Mr. Mitchell, as you reflect upon the products,
Right.
and you think about the thinking that the teams did, what are some of your thoughts about what they had to do and what they learned?
Right. Well, I'm very proud of how much they've learned to think like scientists and all that they've learned about the experimental process. I mean, they've learned how to set up an experiment with different kinds of variables, how to control some variables so they don't affect the results of their experiment. They've learned how to repeat trials to make sure their results are accurate. They've learned how to communicate their conclusions in graphs and data tables and on websites. So it's pretty incredible. I think these 5th graders are going to be well prepared for middle school science, high school science, and beyond.
Wonderful. And each of you was on a team with 2 others, and the teams were set up for you correctly by your teachers.
Yeah.
So an important component of all of this over a 3-month process was the teamwork process. What did you learn about teamwork?
I learned a lot about how to organize things with my team, and you have to like trust each other to get stuff done, and you have to be confident with each other.
Okay, trust each other to get stuff done and be confident in each other's abilities.
Good
Okay,
one.
other learnings.
Well, you have to make sacrifices when you have to come to people's houses to work with them. So if you had something, you'd have to sacrifice that.
Okay.
Compromise, to
Yeah.
work together.
To come up with a collective group project.
Yeah.
Okay. Other learnings.
I learned that like if you do something wrong, they can back you up, like and help you a little bit.
That's important.
Yeah, very important. Other learnings.
I learned how, as a team, we all work together to incorporate all our ideas into one project.
Sometimes the group is smarter than any one individual, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Well, I think these are pretty important learnings, not only thinking like a scientist and coming up with some thought-provoking questions and going through the entire scientific process to find the answers, but also about working on a team.
Yeah.
So good going, guys. All right, thank you. That's SAHIPA for this week.